kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy. She mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we did it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina. This is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports.
On the return, Walker. Oh, good looking as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Their own 32-yard line.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Minshew with a give to Fournette. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Got his target, Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Complete to Curtis Samuel.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Pass complete to
DJ Moore.
Touchdown.
33 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They saw their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
at their own 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 12, Minshew. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Throwing on 1st down. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Trey Boston.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley, and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Bridgewater. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Escaping the pressure right. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Boom. Still fighting through tackles. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Curtis Samuel, 26 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Good.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Nothing. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, Walker. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit,
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble.
And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Carolina.
And they'll begin by running the option.
Bridgewater sacked. A loss of 4 yards.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll air this one deep for Andrews. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. The Panthers, they widen their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Minshew. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10. At their own.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, Panthers.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Intended for DJ Moore.
Bridgewater again. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers.
Panther field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
And the Panther.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
To kick off for Jacksonville.
The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports?
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. Bridgewater looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
The 43-yard line.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore.
Because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Walker on the return.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 Short able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. 63 yards. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
Joey Slide.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Joey Slide to kick off. For Carolina.
Joey Slide now to kick off after the touchdown.
On the return, Walker.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. at their own 31-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st down, Panthers.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 58 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Back now in Jacksonville. For the 4th quarter, will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Sly set to boot it.
On the return, Walker. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Minshew sets to throw. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Jaguars on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's third down. Third down. Throwing, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there. Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down.
And the Panther first down.
Powering his way forward. Still down the numbers. There he goes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
On the return, Walker. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that?
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble.
And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, Walker. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
A pass complete here to Conley. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Brushing off defenders. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
To kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Yetur Gross-Matos picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and...
Out of the gun is Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
For the Jaguars.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the...
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, this is Madden NFL 21.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen.
Wilson's pass.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
It's a game.
For Pete Carroll, by the way, his ties to the Patriots go deeper than that heartbreaking loss in Super Bowl 49. He was actually the Patriots head coach for 3 years. Some people forget that, 97, 98, and 99. And he had some degree of success as they went 27-21 in those 3 seasons.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
to number 16,
Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Patriots offense led by number 1, their new quarterback for 2020. That, of course, Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile. That's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And 5.
Out of the gun, Newton. And this is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He's making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now Bolden on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
He comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
Brings up 3rd and 2.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Patriots nothing.
3rd and 2. Newton. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Come on, man.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Wilson's pass.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Wilson will throw again. This is caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Jason Myers.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
running out of the gun, White. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And his throw is incomplete.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there.
And that takes us from 2nd to... Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. Got a hand in there to break that one up. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Schwanny. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. Interesting stat line right now. And technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team. But
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. L.J. Collier. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Newton. This is White on the screen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Now it's Lockett. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
Their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be second down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Seattle.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his man, that's Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Michelle. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he breaks through another tackle. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Greg Olsen, 95 yards. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
He'll drop it underneath to White, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Operating from the gun, Newton. He completes it right side to White. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Benson Mayowa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Returnable for Lockett. Wiggles free. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
The tackle made by
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
brings up
from the 16, Wilson. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Bolden on the return. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
27-yard line.
From the gun, Newton. And Edelman finally works his way open. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
At the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there.
And now it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
A play fake to Michelle, now Newton.
His throw incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it'll bring up third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Newton throwing again. Buying time to his left. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
From the gun, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense, through the shutout,
sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go.
Prime time over grind, game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, this is the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. The 40. The 20. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Albert Wilson, 76 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackle? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Darnold's pass.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Fielded at the 20. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Powers through again. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they get 17 more on that one, and another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Oftentimes with these gadget plays, these fakes, we focus on the offense and say, hey, they practiced this week. But the defense has practiced these situations too.
And just look at it this way. The two owners sitting up in their boxes, one is saying, boys, my team well prepared, and the other one's like, I got to talk to my coaches. What were they thinking?
Byron Jones on the coverage.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator said,
and he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get-off-of-me run and all the way into the end zone.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Returnable here for Davis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 31.
This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught by Herndon. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Darnold to his tight end Herndon. First down, New York. Here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
33 yards.
On 2nd down, it's Bell.
Le'Veon Bell, the ball carrier.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jets, nothing.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. Eluding Darnold, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the...
Devontae Parker, past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 78 yards. Crazy there, a quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found the seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone, and the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
This will make it into the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Preston Williams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Right back to Williams, and this time he's got it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Returnable here for Davis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets them 8 yards closer for third down. Darnold now to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Darnold completes to Bell, and he gets it down to the 32. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Dolphins.
To throw is Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's third down.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down.
Darnold to throw again. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Le'Veon Bell.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Less than a yard.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Marr is good. Man, that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That's good for 28 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And this offense continues to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the route is on here in this first half.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Darnold on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Griffin. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, a screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It's brought in by Doxson. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And Darnold's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he works free. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
So we've reached halftime here in what is quick and abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Returnable here for Davis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 34-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold throwing left side here, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Now a first down carry by Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now it's Darnold. A deep ball for Dotson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Parker, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
This is caught inside the 15. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you? Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this will be taken at the 13. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Caught left side, Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 23 yards on the play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 31 yards. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Jason Sanders. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Back now in Miami, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Returnable here for Davis.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Now Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And fights through one man, continuing to fight for more.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11 on 2nd down now. It's Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
And it's caught by Parker. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Good. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Returnable here for Davis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own
back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack on 1st down, Darnold completes it right side to Doxson.
Complete to Josh.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Darnold. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards.
At their own 29-yard line.
Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever you try to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally, if not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And Wilson has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. Jordan, 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.